I stole this shirt from Mr. Soap and Clay because it's hilarious. Stabra. It's a porcupine. Well, while I may be wearing clothes from Mr. Soap and Clay, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. This is Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you're here for another round of 365 days of soap. Now today is the big lather test. We have made 5 soaps for this test, throughout this week, and today we're testing them. So it's a super short video. It's super awesome. It's, the testing of the thing and the seeing of the lather, and yeah, let's go test of the things and see of the lather. Okay, so we are finally at the big lather test. How excited are you? We are ready to test from left to right aloe vera, coconut milk, honey, beer, and the almond milk soaps. Now, I am going to be doing these tests here because, yeah, I could take you to my sink, but then I have to move lights and it's a thing, so I'm not gonna. And I am also going to be doing this test wearing gloves because A, the soap is fresh and I don't want it to eat away the skin on my hands, but 2, because I always wear gloves all the time. Now we're testing the firmness of the bars right here, right? And the beer soap actually really firm. The one that is the least firm is the honey soap. Those 2 milk soaps, they look great. They are super firm. They're awesome. And first up is going to be the aloe vera soap, and we're gonna do the thing and rub it up. And I probably should have wet my gloves beforehand, but whatever. Look, now they're wet. It's all fine. And yeah, the lather on this, it's very cute. It's a nice lather. I like it. It has some good bubble to it. Yeah, it's not bad. Little tiny tight bubbles. I like that. I can roll with that. Yeah, that's good lather. And that occurred with only about 10 seconds or so of mixing, which is good. And now I'm going to wipe off my gloves and move on to the next soap, which is the coconut milk soap. Now, coconut milk soaps are supposed to have a really nice big bubble, right? That's what everything says in all of the places. And we are going to see how true that is. And I'll tell you right now, just working that into my hands, the lather is definitely harder to come by. And again, we're using the exact same oil blend for this, so the oils are not impacting the lather, right? It's the milks, it's the different ingredients, the different additives essentially. And what we're ultimately left with here is a very creamy lather. There's not nearly as big of a bubble as what we experienced with the aloe vera soaps. It's still a decent lather, don't get me wrong, but it's not super awesome. And so for that reason, why would you bother putting milk in if what you are looking to do is increase the lather? Now onto the honey soap. Now again, this one had the honey in the lye water as well as in the soap batter itself. And yeah, that bubbles immediately. Look at that. It's beautiful. Look at the corner of my right hand there. It's lovely. This is a very effervescent lather. Really like that quite a lot. And that's what you're going to find whenever you add sugar to any of your soaps. That's delightful. Look at that. You mix that with some castor oil and you've got the makings of a great shave bar right there. Absolutely good. And yeah, now we're on to the beer soap. And this beer soap is actually a very interesting soap because this was the broken bar, right? And I was not happy at all. But look how quickly it lathers. This is gorgeous, and this is what you get anytime you use alcohol in a bar of soap. The lather it's thick, it's quick to actually form bubbles, it's delightful, it feels great on your hands. I mean, it even feels great, you know, through the gloves. It's an amazing lather. Big bubbles. Love that. And it stands up on itself really well. It's one of the reasons why I incorporate beer into my shave pucks for my men's line, because it makes a really incredible lather right off the bat. Now for the final test, it is going to be the almond milk soap. And again, we got a milk soap going on, so it's supposed to have a big lather. It's supposed to be pretty epic. And you know, it is actually lathering better than the coconut milk soap, and that's good. I've never worked with almond milk before, so this was a brand new experience for me as well. The lather there in the corner of my right hand, that's pretty good. Ultimately, kind of a creamy lather though, not nearly as big of a bubble as I would expect putting a milk into the soap itself. So I kind of have to go to, well, you know, what's the point of all the extra added steps if you're looking to increase lather? I wouldn't go with milk. I would go with sugars. I would go with aloe vera. I would go with beer. Probably not milk. Milk is good for other things though. It's a very great great thing to use for sensitive skin, and it has lots of antioxidants. It's, you know, lots of good reasons to incorporate milk, but maybe not necessarily for the lather. Now, this is just a random bar of all the cast-offs for the week. So we've got a lot of things going on in here. This would be considered a kitchen sink bar on my website. And this lather itself, without any of the additives, without the milk, without the sugar, without the alcohol, this is what you got. It's also a kind of creamy lather. We've got like medium density bubbles going on there. And I didn't super work it very hard, but you know, it didn't bubble up nearly as quickly as the honey soaps or the beer soaps. So, you know, there it is, the big lather test. You should let me know which one you like the best in the comments. And there you have it, the big lather test. Now, these soaps cured up for 5 days before I tested the lather. So to that, the actual lather and what they're going to end up ultimately being, it's not fully formed right now. Once they hit that full cure at about 4 to 6 weeks, the lather will really settle in and come into its own. But really what you see right now is going to be, you know, a smaller version of what you'll see in a few weeks. So the lather that had the big effervescent bubbles, those will be bigger. The lather that was very creamy, those will be creamier. And so yeah, it gives you a good indication now of what the lather is going to be like after it's fully cured and it's lost all of its water weight. Speaking of water weight, the honey soap still was very soft, and the 2 milk soaps, they were definitely the hardest. The beer soap actually ended up being my favorite lather, and I pH tested that bad boy and it's actually good to go. I'm still not going to sell it because it looks really ugly, but I think I am going to use it as a rebatch, and we can do, you know, a crock pot video here in the next few weeks, and you can watch me turn that ugly bar into another type of ugly bar. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us for another round of 365 days of soap. I hope you learned something. I hope you found it informative. And if you did, you know, thanks, and hit the subscribe button, and double thanks. That would be awesome. If you're interested in any of the soaps that we did during the big lather test, you can find them on the website at soapandclay.com. You can find me on all social media. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And you will find me definitely here again tomorrow for the next round of 365 days of soap. Thanks so much. Bye.